Ready to hit the road?
Mila, you said it's north of here?
How far?
Less than half a day's flight time, if we could fly using Sylph's power.
Oh, well, I'm afraid my wings are, non-existent. I hope we can find a place to rest along the way.
The map showed a village in that direction, so we should be okay.
Either way, we can't just stay here. We must press forward.
I know. Is Milo really that Maxwell? She does act a bit nutty, but she looks normal enough.
I think it's true. When I first met her, Mila had the 4 great spirits with her.
What? Get out of here.
No, seriously. Fire spirit Efreet, water spirit Undine, wind spirit Sylph, and earth spirit Gnome. It was the first time I'd ever seen them in person, but there was no mistaking who they were.
That's a mighty exclusive club. Can't imagine they hang out with a lot of mortal girls.
Yeah.
Out of our way.
It's over.
The name's Alvin. Don't you forget it. Oops. Gotta straighten my scarf.
You sure do love that thing.
Don't you? It's one of Fismage's finest. Custom made for yours truly.
I don't know much about brands, but it does look good on you.
You gotta be careful about what you wear, kid. It's how the world judges a man.
I'd rather think what's inside is what counts.
Yeah, and this is how what's inside gets projected to the outside.
You don't believe some people shape what's outside in order to conceal the ugliness within?
Well, if you can't see through a false front, isn't that your problem?
So you blame the victims for being deceived?
If that's really what you believe, Alvin, it tells me all I need to know about what's within.
Man, I sure slipped up this time, huh?
Here we go!
Flames come forth.
Fireball! All right!
Nice job.
Who's next? Should have gone a little easier.
Here's through.
Windland!
Who's
It's over. Over already?
Earth, cry out.
Rock Prime! All right, you ready?
Of course.
It's over.
Earth, cry out.
Rock Prime!
Far too easy. Out of our way.
It's over.
Windblade, Windblade.
It's over.
Blade. Far too easy. Flames come forth. Fireball!
It's over.
My sword rings true. Walking sure is grueling.
That's unexpected coming from you.
I'm just used to having Sylph fly me everywhere. The only time I ever really walked was when I used Undine to travel across water.
I see.
Maybe this is your punishment for treating the 4 great spirits like your personal servants?
Servants? They may help out now and then, but they're the ones who pester me. They're like a bunch of bickering in-laws that never go home.
Did you just call the 4?
Bickering in-laws?
Earth, cry out. Pierce through. Windlamp!
All right, you ready?
Of course. My sword rings true.
It's over.
Aqua protection!
Take this! Did it. Take this!
My sword rings true.
It's over.
You have big hands. Interesting. No wonder you...
Okay, it's over. Layla! Take this! You did it!
Far too easy.
It's over.
Should have gone a little easier.
If we must.
It's over. It's over.
Windblade!
It's over.
Windblade! Windblade! Far too easy. Excellent.
All right. Now,
Okay, it's over. It's over.
Far too easy.
It's over. You did it.
the name's Alvin. Don't you forget it.
That wasn't too... Compared to Fenmont's night climb, The sky in Azul sure is bright.
That's true. The spirit climbs here are much more stable.
What are you talking about? What do you intend to climb?
Clime. Surely the great Lady Maxwell knows all about the subject?
Don't flatter yourself by assuming I recognize every arbitrary word. Human arrogant.
Mila, do you know what Riza Maxia is made of?
As if I wouldn't know?
Right. The term spirit climb refers to the balance of spirit power. When that power is out of balance, nature can become polarized in one direction. That's why there are unusual spirit climbs, like the perpetual night of Fenmont.
I see. Thank you. Now I understand.
My pleasure.
Oh, I see how it is. Who's next?
Far too easy.
Okay, it's over.
Far too easy.
Aqua protection!
The name's Alvin. Don't you forget it.
Okay, it's over.
Far too easy.
Okay, it's over. Okay. Isn't it a bit, well, too short?
I know, isn't that great?
And unrestricted.
I guess so. Watch out! It's over.
Who's next?
My sword rings true.
It's over.
Burn!
Windblade, let's end it.
Okay.
Final down!
Windblade. Far too easy.
Okay, it's over.
Windblade. Flames come forth. Far too easy. Far too easy.
It's over.
Who's next?
You did it.
Windblade. Far too easy.
Wow, that's an impressive amount of fruit.
I'm catching a whiff of cider. Oh, they must have orchards here.
Well, well, well. We don't get many visitors here.
Do you live here, ma'am?
I would hope so. I'm the mayor.
Is this the right road to Niakara?
Niakara. Now that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
What do you mean?
It's what people called a long-forgotten village. I don't even know if it still exists. I heard tales of the village as a child. People claimed it lies beyond the Kijara Sea Falls.
Where can we find it?
You'll need to cross some seriously rugged terrain to get there. It won't be an easy journey.
In that case, we should probably rest here before heading on.
Agreed.
I'm afraid our little village doesn't have an inn. Not much call for one. But I've an extra room in my house. You're welcome to use it if you like.
Thank you for your hospitality, ma'am.
So, why bother taking human form at all?
Spirits are really just masses of mana. They can't interact with the temporal world in that state. For a spirit to take physical form, it needs a catalyst of a corresponding element. As an example, the fire spirit of Freet can take form as a blazing inferno.
And as Maxwell, you can be any element, right?
The human body contains all 4 elements, so it's the perfect catalyst for me to take a physical form.
What would happen if you lost your catalyst?
I would gather elements to make a new one, but I'd have to wait for it to grow up.
Grow up? You mean you start as a baby?
It's time-consuming, but if you want to use a human form as a catalyst, you have to wait for the body to develop.
So even the Lord of Spirits isn't omnipotent.
Not in this human realm, anyway.
Let's just be grateful she didn't go with the male model, eh?
Wouldn't bother me.
Oh, you swing both ways?
That's not what I meant. Apple fruits. No wonder it smells so good.
They look like they're at the peak of ripeness.
That sounds...
Mila,
For some reason,
sounds like your body is awakened.
Just keep those mitts off the merchandise.
What are you looking at?
Nothing. Get lost.
Wrong answer, Squirt. Now we really want to know what you're looking at.
It's some sort of shiny object.
It's my shiny object. Finders keepers.
Looks like a puzzle. A difficult one at that.
How about this?
Whoa, what's happening?
This looks like our letters, but different. More like ancient writing.
Let's see here. Heed my words, for I am Ifrid, the intrepid explorer who has crossed the world's edge without fear. Yada yada yada, more self-promotion. Here we go. At last, I have reached Terra Incognita. But alas, I am unable to return home. I shall take my many treasures, seal them in arks, and scatter them about this land. It is my hope that they shall serve as beacons to those explorers who follow in my footsteps.
I'm impressed, Alvin.
But I still don't know what it means.
I've heard of this Ifrid. He's a legendary pirate. He raided cities all throughout Rize Maxia ages ago. He set off to find the end of the world and never returned. Or
Nice of him to put his treasures in these boxes for us.
The pirate Ifrid's treasures? Oh, I want to find him too.
Maybe you should learn to read first, young man.
Yeah, good idea. You'll all wait for me, right? And keep this Ifrid treasure stuff between us.
Now, don't go looking up when a lady's climbing above you.
I'm not you, Alvin.
Whoa, I felt totally weightless.
Yeah.
Hey, the orange berries are ripe. You can make a nice liqueur out of these.
What a beautiful view. I bet if I yelled really loud, it would echo back.
So why not try it? You gotta do things like that while you're still young. When you get to be my age, it can get a little embarrassing.
Yeah, all right, why not? Echo!
Echo, echo, echo.
Alvin!
Alvin,
And what you're doing now isn't embarrassing?
a little.
Morning. What are you up to?
Watching people.
Okay. Say, Mila, can I ask you something? What's a Spyrix? Why were you trying to destroy that device in Fenmont?
Spyrex technology is something humans were never meant to have. So, I must take it away from them.
Why?
That is none of your concern.
So you don't trust me?
That's not it. Look, if you saw a toddler playing with a knife, what would you do?
I'd probably snatch it away.
And what would be your reason?
Because it's dangerous. The baby doesn't know how to use a knife. He could cut himself, or worse.
There's your answer.
What? But we're not babies. If we understand what we're dealing with, and if we see the dangers, we can learn how to use it safely.
So you say. But to me, you're no different than infants. I will do what I must to protect this world. If that means destroying the lens of Kresnik, so be it. It's my mission.
I see.
Don't worry, Jude. None of this will concern you once we reach Nia Khera.
No, they said. No.
What's going on?
It would seem we can't linger around here anymore.
So they did follow us.
I don't know, kid. They found us awfully fast considering this isn't their home turf.
Well, it's not like we can ask them about it. Let's go before they find us.
There's an exit in the western part of town. That must be the way to the Kajara Sea Falls.
The soldiers beat us here.
Great. Now what?
We force our way through.
Right, and fast, before any more arrive.
So that's your plan? Just charge through? I thought I was hot-headed.
Excuse me.
What is it?
What are you doing?
We're trying to figure out how to get past those soldiers.
Way to cut to the chase.
So, those people, they're in your way?
Hey! What? Ah!
What in the world? How did you do that?
What's going on here? Child, you know you're never to leave the shed. Rashugal troops? Curse you! How dare you come here?
Huh? Where's she going?
Which way did she go?
Toward the square.
What? No, she mustn't. You all must be outsiders. You should hurry and leave this place.
I have no idea what just happened, but I ain't complaining. Things just got easier for us.
Let's get out of here. You know that girl we saw in Hamil?
The one with the weird doll thing? What about her?
You didn't think that was odd?
You can't waste your energy on other people's business. All part of growing up, kid.
But she was controlling that doll and shady people were chasing her. That doesn't bother you?
Yeah, plenty of that going around. I mean, just look at ourselves. I think we have enough on our own plates. You really want... Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, mind you. No one's got a bigger helping of weird than Mila, and she doesn't seem to mind.
Well, that's certainly true. That's not working?
My sword rings true. You have big hands. Interesting. No wonder you packed so. This is experience.
Okay, it's over. You did it! Bullseye whip! All right! That wasn't too... Over already?
All right. Now...
Hey, Alvin.
You've got an eye for good steel. This is one heck of a blade.
Actually, I meant the other one.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. It looks like it channels fires.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh, I see how it is. You're the envious type. Stare all you want, kid.
You don't have to treat me like a child.
Oh, come on. I'm just yanking your chain. The name's Alvin. Don't you forget it.
Okay. It's over. Not over yet. Isn't it a bit, well, too short? It's over.
Nice job. Far too easy.
That last battle was a little too...
Agreed. If Jude hadn't been, you have my thanks.
Sure.
Even in the midst of combat, but taking your focus off your opponent... Of course, I wouldn't want to fight with someone who didn't give a damn. So keep up the good work.
Will do.
So in other words, you only want to fight with people who are willing to die young.
No, you got it all wrong. I only want to fight with people who are willing to help me die old.
How unfortunate. Here,
I'll cover you.
Windland! Try wind! Far too easy. This one is mine. Fireball!
It's over. It's over.
My sword rings true.
Okay, it's over.
Windblade! Let's end this.
Okay, final down. Hey,
Yes, I see that worked out very well. Here's through. Windland!
okay, it's over. Demon Fang, it's over. Reload. Tiger Blade.
Should have gone a little easier.
Here's through.
I'll cover you.
Windblade! Farewell!
Tiger Blade.
Burn! How unfortunate.
Over already?
Here's through. Windland! Try wind!
Take this.
Earth dry out. Rock grind! How unfortunate. Waves come forth. Far too easy. So this is experience.
I wonder how we can reach out to the Azul military.
Why are you so interested in them?
Because they say the Azul military hires based on ability, regardless of status.
That's certainly not how it works in Rashigal.
Is that right?
Yeah, all of Rashigal's officials are descended from nobility.
Traditions are lovely and all, but that doesn't leave a lot of juicy gigs for
But I wouldn't want to live in Azul. The clans are always fighting amongst themselves. There's no way I'd be able to
And here you...
Correct. I don't intervene.
Okay,
Flames come forth. Fireball! Who's next?
you did
Here's
it.
through. Windland!
Alvin!
The name's Alvin. Don't you forget it.
I won't let Here we go! It's over.
My sword rings true.
Okay, it's over.
Nice job.
Full fly whip!
You have big hands. Interesting. No wonder you pack quite a... Far too easy.
Not yet!
Waves come forth. Here through. Windlass! Whip! My sword rings true.
Just keeps getting better.
I hope I made the right choice with my Lilium Orb.
It's up to you to develop how you choose. Believe in yourself.
And I have awakened yet another level of hidden talent.
It's over. Over already?
Hey, let me handle
Flames
this.
come forth.
Fireball!
It's over.
How unfortunate. Pierce through. My sword rings true.
Okay, it's over.
The name's Alvin. Don't you forget it.
Okay, it's over. Mila! Hang in there!
Should have gone a little easier.
Mila! Not over yet.
My sword rings true.
Okay, it's over. All right.
Nice job.
Okay, blade, got your blade.
The name's Alvin. Don't you forget it.
It's over. All right, your blade.
Pierce through.
That's it!
How unfortunate.
Focus.
You have big hands. Interesting. No wonder you pack quite...
Well, we've certainly lost.
Indeed. The trick seems to be viewing the blade as...
That's not one of the fundamental.
Oh, is...
Well,
You should use that fear to.
I do.
If you've taken that lesson to heart, honestly, I don't know which one of you scares me more. Once we cross the Kijara Sea Falls, we'll reach Nia Kara, the village of the spirits. At least the soldiers didn't come after us.
I hope we didn't make trouble for those villagers. They were so kind to us, too.
What else could we do but run? Rashigal's troops showed up.
The villagers picked the fight, not us.
How can you talk like that? Maybe they were trying to protect us.
If you're worried about them, then maybe you should go back. It was a pleasure knowing you, Jude. Thank you for all of your help.
How can you be so cold?
You'd rather I get emotional? I'm afraid I don't have that luxury. I've no time for waxing sentimental.
Because of your mission?
Precisely.
So you think your emotions would prevent you from doing what you have to do?
Can a person still fulfill their duty if they become emotional?
only one way to find out. You'd have to try and see.
Well then, you should take your own advice.
Huh?
Just be yourself and do what you have to do. Maybe then you'll have your answer.
I suppose.
And don't go thinking you have to act like the great Lord Maxwell here. You're only human.
Hey, are you on a mission too?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Are you sure you really want to know?
Huh?
I don't want to make you feel like the odd one out now.
Oh,
So, what are you gonna do, kid? Go back to the village?
no.
Uh,
Okay, it's over.
Aqua protection!
Farewell!
Burn! Burn!
It's over.
Aqua protection! Far too easy.
It's over.
you really want to fight?
It's over.
Far too easy. It looks like we can climb up here.
Well, after you, milady.
Who's next?
You really want to fight?
All right. Okay, it's over. Mila!
Take this!
Far too easy. Excellent. Onward.
Whoa, that's something. They're like spears of...
Okay, over.
You have big hands. Interesting. No wonder.
I won't let anyone... They say you get unusual terrain like this at points where two spirit climbs collide.
If we must.
It's over.
Farewell!
Mila!
Farewell!
It's over. All right.
Far too easy.
All right.
Nice job. My sword rings true. Far too easy. You have big hands. Interesting.
Hey, let me handle it.
Mila!
Farewell! Who's next?
You did it!
You really want to fight?
Over already? Here we go! It's over! Mila! It's not over yet! Mila!
Let us move onward.
Okay, it's over.
Aqua protection!
Over already?
All right. Now,
You did it! Mila!
Far too easy.